Mac Powell, it's Kevin and Taylor.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for taking some time with us today. We really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure to be with you guys.
So, Mac, as a dad of a blended family, I mean, go ahead and tell for people that don't know, tell us about your family. You and your wife, Amy, you have a unique configuration of kids.
Yeah, we do. We have 5 children, 3 that are biological, our oldest 3 who are 18, 15, and 14. And then we also have 2 adopted children who are 8 and 7. Many of you know them from seeing my posts on Instagram
Yes.
and Twitter and Facebook.
They're famous.
Yeah. And
You are a proud papa.
I'm very proud. The 2 adopted children, are, for those of you who don't know, are African American. You know, Amy and I, when we dated in high school, we were high school sweethearts. We worked in an after-school program together, and there was a very diverse group of children. There were Asian children, Hispanic kids, African American kids, and of course white kids. And so we loved seeing that diversity, and we thought one day we want to bring that into our family to not only show the diversity, but to show that there can be love amongst and beyond racial barriers and different backgrounds, and to start tearing down some walls. You know, I grew up in Alabama, where, of course, there's so much racial tension through history. And so for me and Amy to make a decision like that, it was hard because we knew there would probably be some family members and people kind of looking at us funny. But at the same time, we wanted to express God's love and his love for all children. And to be honest with you, when we went to adopt, we didn't necessarily say, okay, we're going to adopt 2 black kids. We just knew there was a great need for children to be adopted in our area, and that happens to be the largest need.
We're talking to Mac Powell from Third Day today.
Mac's got a unique perspective and a unique heart on what happened in Charlottesville because he's a dad of a blended family. And you didn't go into it naively, though. I mean, that's something I didn't know. You were aware, like this, we could face some real, and even from family members, some stares, some comments, some things that we're going to have to overcome.
Absolutely. And in fact, to be straight up honest with you, I had a couple of family members who refused to even hold my children when they were babies. And so but through the years, one of the things that I realized was when we go back to Alabama and they're playing with their cousins, I see the love that these children have for each other. And I see the love that my grandparents, have for these children. And I think when these cousins go back to school and they are going to play with some different, kids from different backgrounds and different color skin, I think they're going to think twice about the words they use and how they treat other people. So I love that we can be a small part of that change.
We're talking with Mac Powell from Third Day.
He's got a unique perspective on what happened in Charlottesville over the weekend because he has a blended family. Mac, what's it like as a family who's literally colorblind? What's it like for you to watch the events over the weekend in Charlottesville? How does that make you feel as a dad?
It disgusts me to see what's going on in Charlottesville. We have a little connection with Charlottesville. Our management company is based out of Charlottesville. So I spent a little bit of time there, and I've walked those streets where those protesters are and counter-protesters. It breaks my heart. It really does, because I know that that's a great city and it's a great place of diversity. And so we as believers, I think it's our job to raise our voices in a positive way and love. And that's what's hard. Even, we're wanting we're telling the protesters that they should love, but in return, we have to think about that ourselves.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Even though they're saying things that we don't agree with, we have to love them, because our Father in heaven, it's so hard for us to understand this, has a great love for even those protesters, And it's so hard to do that, but we have to do our best to try to stand up for love.
Well, Mac, your family is such a great living example of that love you're talking about and the love you guys share with each other and that you've shared with us. As your fans and people who love your music for years. So we really appreciate you, Amy, the kids, everybody. And thanks for being willing to speak from your heart with us.
Yeah, thanks, Mac. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys for even talking about it. It's something sometimes it's hard as believers to talk about things like this, but we have to make a stand.
Absolutely. If we don't, who's gonna, right?
Right.
All
exactly.
right, Mac. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you later, okay?
God bless you guys. Thank you.